Carrying these unspoken truths is heavy. For years, that silent family dinner shaped my relationship with my relatives. I learned that some topics were off limits, creating a distance I couldn't quite bridge. I built a version of my family's history with huge, gaping holes. That silence about my uncle led me to feel like I couldn't trust my own perceptions, because clearly there were things happening that no one would acknowledge. It chipped away at my sense of security. I often wonder what might have been different if someone had just broken the silence. Would we have been closer? Would I have understood my own family and myself sooner? It took me years to learn how to read these silences, to see them not as empty spaces, but as signposts pointing toward hidden pain, fear, and love. So, how do you find your own voice in the echoes of someone else's silence? For me, it was a conscious decision to break the cycle, not by confronting everyone, but by acknowledging the stories. Internally, I started journaling, writing down the conversations that never happened, giving voice to the teenager at the dinner table who was too afraid to ask. This process was my way of reclaiming the narrative. It wasn't about rewriting history, but about understanding my role in it and how those silent moments molded my identity. It was incredibly empowering. I realized I didn't need their words to validate my feelings. My interpretation of their silence was part of my story, and I had the power to define what it meant for me moving forward. It led to a profound sense of self-understanding. Now, I want you to think about your own unwritten memoir. What are the silences that have shaped your life? The questions you are afraid to ask? The conversations that ended with a quiet stare instead of a resolution? Acknowledging these stories, even just to yourself, is a powerful act of healing. You could write them down, paint them, or maybe, if you feel safe, start a conversation with someone you trust. The goal isn't to force a confession or an apology, but to give your own experience the validation it deserves. Because even without words, our stories are real, they are powerful, and they deserve to be heard. Even if we are the only ones listening, your story is valid, and understanding its silent chapters is key to understanding yourself. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and join our community.